Can a parent's mistake open the door for trouble at home? And there are misconceptions around the world, and many people think that David had many wives in the Old Testament, so maybe the Bible allowed it. But this is not correct. The truth is simple. God never approved of multiple wives. He completely hated it, just as he hates every sin that breaks his design. God allowed it because people made themselves sinful choices and refused to obey God. Ignoring God's design and God's pattern always bring consequences. Even that happened to the David, the great man of God. David was man after God's heart, but he was not perfect. He made mistakes and faced painful consequences. And why did God allow it in David's life? Yes, God sometimes permits things he does not approve. And he permits because of the people's stubborn hearts and making their own choices. God allows free will, and through that free will, he teaches the lessons through their consequences. Just because something is written in the Bible does not mean that God supported it. The Bible records the human sins very honestly so that it can become a lesson for our life. And did David face his consequences? Yes, very painful ones. David's choice to have multiple wives led him to a very serious family problems. His own son Amnon sinned terribly against his own sister Tamar. And Absalom killed Amnon because David was failed to act against Amnon because of his immoral act. In the life of David, David sinned against Bathsheba, and the prophet of Nathan said, "The sword shall never depart from your house." The family unity was broken. Because of the David disobedience, the sin in the leadership creates crack in the home relationship. The hidden sin spread like a poison. And the David's household was divided, and it allowed bitterness and revenge to grow within the family. And the key lesson for us today, the sin can forgiven, but still it leaves scars. David was forgiven, but he still carried the consequences. Loving God does not mean that we will never fail, but it helps us to stay close to Him daily. When we obey God, our hearts stay clean, our family stays safe, our future becomes stronger. But when we disobey God, we open the door to problems, pain, and regret. The bottom line is obedience is the God's way of keeping us safe, healthy, and being blessed.